We are in the middle of our special capital campaign to raise funds for redoing the HVAC system in about half of our building, redoing the overhang over the wheelchair accessibility ramp, redoing some electrical related to the HVAC program, putting in double paned windows in a lot of our education classrooms and offices. It's a big deal and it requires a lot of participation and generosity and money. And as we've begun the campaign, I've started to see some of those pledges come in, and I've truly been overwhelmed by people and their generosity. And it's not just people's generosity, it's also their endorsement for this church and for the work and the ministry that we do. That's what I hear. We don't just give money to whomever for whatever, especially substantial sums of money, right? We give money where we think we can do something that makes a difference, money to organizations that are making a difference in the world, money to people that we trust or organizations that we trust. And so when we receive those pledges, when we receive those gifts, that's what I see and hear, is that people see First United Methodist Church of Wenatchee and they see good work. They see good ministry. They see investment in our community. They see ministry that matters, worship that makes a difference, a community that cares for us when we have a need, when we are brokenhearted, when we're going through hard times, people who come alongside us to do life together, to be our friends and our small groups and our conversation partners. That's who we are as a church. And in many ways, working on a building is less than desirable, or it's not attractive, right? We want to feed people, we want to change their lives, we want to make a life-changing difference, and paying to turn on the lights isn't so sexy. Replacing a roof isn't amazing. Like fixing the windows doesn't really inspire all of that, but it's needed, right? We need spaces to do ministry. We need places to teach and to learn and to study and to converse and to eat and to pray and to do. And First Church has lots of great spaces that need some work, as every building does. So I am just overwhelmed and filled with gratitude for the work of this church over the ages, for all that this church has been. It's not just who we've been in the last year or the last 3 years or the last 5 years, but people have long-standing relationships with this church, lifelong relationships, decades-long relationships with this church. And those relationships have had a huge impact for who we are and how we live in the world. And people see that we are working to make a difference, a positive difference, a kingdom difference for those around us. Truly feeding the hungry and housing the unhoused and offering classes to those who need them, but also coming alongside folks who are in the midst of a struggle with addiction or a health need or a loss of any type. People who are parenting kids or teens, people who are parenting young adults, people who are now shifting roles to care for their parents, which we know is a huge transition. This church is about the work of Jesus in the world in a variety of ways. And I am grateful for the trust and the relationships that allow us to continue to do that good work. So I want to say thank you for being the church in so many ways. I want to say thank you to those who have already pledged to our campaign. And I want to invite you, if you haven't yet, to make your own pledge, to be a part of the work that we're doing. Every dollar makes a difference and is part of this bigger goal that allows us to do ministry and do it well for decades to come. Take care, friends.